Settling is accomplished by allowing the drilling fluid to remain in a near quiescent state for a time period long enough to permit the heavier particles to settle out. The success of this technique depends on the size and shape of the particles, their density relative to the fluid's density, and the overall retention time. Dilution is often used as a means of correcting mud property problems, but this method does not remove the solids, it only decreases their concentration. This technique is also expensive, since large-scale dilution leads to the need for storage of more mud or the discarding of usable mud as space limitations require. In many areas, the safe disposal of drilling mud is an expensive venture in itself. Mechanical separation devices are available in two basic types: vibrating screening devices and devices which utilize centrifugal force to separate the particles from the liquid. The common devices are a shale shaker, which can remove solids down to about 150 microns, a desander, which removes particles in the 50 to 70 micron range, a desilter, which operates like a desander for smaller particles, a mud cleaner, which combines a screen shaker and a desilter to remove solids down to about 75 microns while retaining barite particles in the mud, and a centrifuge, which can remove solids down to 2 to 5 microns if necessary. Let us look at each of these devices briefly. Various shale shakers are available from different companies. The double-decker shaker has two screens mounted on a flatbed frame. A common combination of screen mesh sizes is 30 mesh screen on the upper deck and 80 mesh on the bottom. Drilled solids down to 177 microns are removed by 80 mesh screens, as opposed to 840 micron particles on a 20 mesh screen. Desilters and desanders remove particles using a hydrocyclone. A centrifugal pump picks the mud up from the pit and spins it through the cone, separating the solids from the liquid mud. Since barite is ejected with the solids, desilters cannot be used in a weighted system. A mud cleaner is designed for weighted systems and consists of a desilter bank mounted over a small high-speed shaker. The overflow from the desilter is returned to the pit and the underflow is discharged over the shaker. A centrifuge is sometimes used in weighted mud systems to remove very fine particles. The mud enters a rotating chamber, and the centrifugal force separates the mud stream into two components: liquid phase and solid particle paste.